Hi there, my name is Wigen or Mikael, and today I'm gonna paint another painting. As you can see, I used an old painting for this new one, and I didn't bother to paint it white before I began, just simply because I was too lazy and I wanted to get started right away. But what I can tell you is I paint up the sketch in acrylics because it dries faster, and over that I paint with oils. But as a tip, you should not paint acrylics over oils, which is exactly what I did here, because in years to come it's gonna crack because the acrylics will not stick to the oil in long term, so don't do that. So what about the composition? Well, I wanted to really emphasize the extreme highlights when the sunlights come shining through the branches and just blast the ground away with sun. So to do that, I want to make the background extremely muted and dull. That's to further enhance the foreground. So a few things to think about when you're painting the background. Often the background is not the focal point, so you want to make the background not boring, but you want to mute the colors down, have less contrast in the colors, and it really helps if you can paint it a little bit fussy. As you can see, I made up a different background from the reference photo with some interesting paths and more hills. The light in the distance will also be another interesting aspect. When you do the underpaint, always follow the curve of the surface. Underpainting, by the way, is the first layer of paint, and you should try to find a mid-tone for this. The foreground, simply put, is everything that will be in detail, and you should use more vibrant colors and many more tones. greenery in the shadows should have a bluish tone. A cheat sheet is that the tone of the shadow reflects half from the color of the sky and half from the color of the reflective surface. So the grass beneath this brown rock on a clear day will have a darker green from the grass mixed with brown and blue from the rock and sky. So a red rock on a clear day would therefore reflect a purple tone, half from the red rock and half from the blue sky. Okay, so when I looked at the painting, the very dull background I painted it in the beginning, it worked great to bring out the contrast of the foreground, but when I looked at it later, it was too dark. It was simply too dark. You couldn't make it out, and if this painting was to hang in a gallery with perhaps not the best lighting, the background would just be too dark and you wouldn't see what it was. So I had to add some colors and a little more light, at least in the first part of the background. Okay, I think this painting is done. If you like this video, please check out my playlist because I have lots more cool stuff in there. And be sure to subscribe for my next painting tutorial. See you later.